Michael, this is going to be maybe you might find like an awkward question,
Hmm.
but you're good friends with Dominick Cruz, another
Yeah.
fellow. Seen how did first of all, how did you guys cross paths?
So he's his training partner, Orlando. I'm not sure if you've seen him on his post. His name is OJ Jimenez is his Instagram. That's Dominick's good friend and his training partner. He's also an MMA fighter too. Really nice guy. He's actually the one who saw one of my videos and then told Dominick or gave it to Dominick, and Dominick shared it, reshared it. So Dominick is half Mexican. I'm not sure if you guys know that. So it's kind of fitting that somebody like him was actually out of all the MMA fighters, UFC fighters, to share my video. Because he gets it. They get it. They get the comedy. He probably grew up around with people like that. Just like I grew up with people like that, cousins that were like that. Obviously, the character is an exaggeration, but he probably grew up around real cholos. So he can kind of appreciate the comedy, how ridiculous it is. And that's really what happened. He saw my video, shared it, started following me. I was already following him. And then I just messaged him and I was like, thank you, man, for sharing my stuff and blah, blah. And started talking here and there. And then one day, the guys that I film with, we decided we were going to go out there to Southern California. And I messaged him, I was like, hey, we're going to be coming out there to film some content. Are you down to film with us? He's like, absolutely, man. Let me know when you're here. And the rest is history. So,
Awesome.
Um,
yeah.
I know I've listened to him his watch the content where he's involved. Is it with the Ultimate Fighter where he's given like a team of amateurs to coach, and there's the other guy who was Uriah Faber at the time. And at the time they were nemesis, that they were arch nemesis of each other at the time, and they really didn't like each other. Is he that well spoken in in real life? Because I listened to him when he's on that show and, when he's commentating with the UFC. Is he that? Does he not swear?
Um, I don't think I've heard him cuss, but it kind of goes back to what I was saying earlier. When you're your true self on camera, because you see him when he does analyst work, when he's on camera speaking, not only just because he knows fighting, but he is really articulate. And the reason why it comes off really well when we're watching it, because like I was saying, he's not trying to be somebody else. So to kind of directly answer your question, yeah, that's Dominick. But he's a really nice guy, and I'm not just saying this because if he shared my stuff. We brought this. We went there again recently, and this time we brought another person with us, my buddy Joe Elmore, who now I do a podcast with. Now we have 2 episodes we put out. Joe Elmore is a professional. He's a bare knuckle fighter, the BKFC. So Joe came with us, and Joe had never met Dominick. Of course, he knew who Dominick was, of course, and Joe was always like a fan of Dominick, his style and everything. So when we brought Joe with us, immediately Dominick saw that he was with us. He was open arms. He was actually showing Joe some tricks that Joe's probably going to end up using in his fight. He took the time on sparring day. We just got done getting hit in the face multiple times with a sparring partner. He let us watch a sparring session, and then took the time with Joe for like 10 minutes and went over footwork but he didn't even know Joe up until that day. And he took the time to do that.
Well, that answers your question.
No, because look, I'll be honest with you, Michael. I was saying to David before we came on that I was kind of tarnishing all mixed martial arts fights and people involved in the sports or combat sports, that they're potty mouthed guys that swear and curse, they're just filthy animals. And to be honest, when he said I was doing that, he was actually right, and that was wrong of me because I know that Dominick Cruz isn't the only one. There's Michael Chandler, there's GSP, and I'm sure there's many others. Just that I don't know of them name wise. So I do know that they're not stupid people. You know, they're quite articulate and intelligent.